Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in the world you are joining us from. My name is Julia, and I will be your host for today. As you're all aware, we're joining for the second edition of Ask Rickard live stream directly from SiGMA. Rickard, good morning. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. I'm great as well. How is the situation in SiGMA? It's 9 a.m. The expo is opening now. Do you see the people coming in?
Opening? No, but it's starting to be a lot of people. I think yesterday it took like 100 taxi rides to get here and with some delays, but I think today more people are here early, so it's starting to fill up. And
It
look
is a
forward to today. It's going to be an sorry.
It is a very unusual SiGMA because normally people tend to come on a later side at SiGMA, and everybody missed it so much. Whoever wasn't able to attend throughout the Corona times, so exciting expo days. Without any further overdue, should we jump to the questions? For those who are joining us for the first time, just a quick reminder, Rickard will be asking all the hottest United States related questions submitted by you to us online, guys, in advance. Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you very much for your questions. So let's jump in. So the first question was, what are the specific tech requirements for sports betting hosting in the United States?
Yeah, it's a very easy one to answer, but it's very different to the rest of the world. You're not allowed to do a cross-state border bets in the US due to the Wire Act that's over 60 years old. So almost 60. No, it's over 60. So you need to have the server and the infrastructure where the bet is placed in states. We need to have it in every state across the US. And that's it's a challenge, but it's also when you have done this, when you have set it up, you have a competitive advantage against the competitors that haven't done it. So you can't do any big cloud providers that are not in state, that are not licensed, and you can use it like other computing powers for other means of CI and other things, but not for the actual engine.
Thank you very much, Rickard. Guys, for those who are extremely interested in the compliance-related questions in the United States, iGaming and online sports betting market, we have done 4 webinars already with our top experts on the United States iGaming market. Please feel free to go on our website and rewatch them completely free of charge. We've covered all the states in complete detail. And we have another webinar upcoming in a few weeks, which I will talk through at the end of our stream. And now to the next question. Do infrastructure costs vary depending on the state?
Yes, it does a little bit. But I would say it's bandwidth price and price for New Jersey. I would say it's a little more expensive than other states, and there's some states where not that many data centers in, because this is literally every state in the US. And some states like Virginia have a lot of data centers, and then there are other states that doesn't, which is a challenge. And even if they have the data center, they might be full, and there's no racks available. And that drives up the cost, and it drives up the cost for everyone. And we just try to be as efficient as possible there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rickard. And the next question would be about the newly opened the state of Massachusetts. What are your plans for the state of Massachusetts?
We actually already signed a customer in Massachusetts 2 weeks ago. Super happy with that partnership. It's the 5th they're going into with us, and we're expanding there. I don't know the exact time frame when we will be live, but it's just within the next week or month. Before the end of the year, it should be all products.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rickard. And for the audience, guys, those of you who are interested in the newly open states, such as Massachusetts, and the ones that are forecasted to open early in 2023, we have the upcoming webinar on December 7th at 5 p.m. Central European Time or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. Please join us. We will discuss in detail about all the latest openings in the United States market. We will talk about legislation, market updates. We talk about the numbers and what are the forecasts. So please join us there and stay tuned. I will leave the registration link in the description box below. So feel free to click in, register, and join us in a few weeks. And off to the next question. Single and multi-tenant in state cloud. What is the difference?
The difference is more the what kind of capabilities. There's pros to both setups. With a single tenant cloud, we can allow full vSphere access and full access to the setup for the customers. The downside with it is you can't scale quick enough because you might have a physical limitation in the hardware. And on the multi-tenant cloud, you there's cloud compute power, you get Kubernetes, you get that set up, but you're not able to manage it fully. But the good thing with the multi-tenant cloud is that we can scale that much quicker and much.
Thank you. And the next one, Rickard, what is your company's ability to scale the baseline setup? How quickly can you upscale?
Yeah, that's coming back to the first question. It's depending what kind of setup we have for that particular customer. But usually we can scale minimum 50% with a single tenant cloud. About to scale with 100%. So that's the kind of timeline. The multi more it's to say we can do a few 100% directly.
Thank you. And Maryland, another one relatively newly open state, has recently joined the sports betting state cohort. What are your latest news and updates regarding Maryland?
Yeah, it will be a great state. What I've heard, the regulator, you need to send in all the documents by 26th October, if I'm not mistaken. And then from there, the regulator going through everything. I heard that they got the 60 applicants. It's quite a lot. I don't know if that is the truth or not, but it's a lot. It is a lot, and I think with seeing like March, April as a launch date, that's what people are aiming for.
And your personal opinion, how large do you think it can grow in the future? Will it catch up with biggest guys such as New York, New Jersey?
I don't know. It is one of those interesting states because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of economics in the states of Maryland, but we don't know. It can take time. It's depending a little bit on the regulation and so on. But really looking forward to it.
And you as a supplier, have you noticed quite big interest in the state so far? Are people willing to explore the market, to expand there?
It's Maryland?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we have. It is one of the states that is big. Massachusetts and Maryland have been the talk for the last 2 months. Because it's two very big states.
Great, thank you. And the next question would be, what are you able to help with the licensing process?
Also, the quick answer is probably no, but because we're not lawyers. But at the end of the day, we are more than happy to see what we can do to help, because that's what we've done the last 2 years. It's getting licenses, getting it done, we have learned a lot, especially for on the B2B side. I think we can help with a few tricks here and there. So yes, we can give some tips and tricks, but that's what we can do. But we are more than happy to share the journey that we have done in person if anyone have any questions.
So would you say it's more on a consultative basis to talk through the legislation, the compliance?
Not even consultative, more on a sit down and discuss it.
Okay. Sharing your experience. And one of the last questions, what do you think would be the most challenging thing while entering the United States market?
I think especially coming from Europe, because it's a different in terms of what people do, how you do it, because of the States, because the different legislations. It could look like one legislation, but then in the end of the day, it's not. So I think that is the most challenging, to put that mindset on. And on the coming from the US, I think also like how to start, what to do, and what kind of history your company has, and what you can do with it, because there is a lot of things that need to be shared with the regulator of your company structure, your UBOs, your team. That takes a lot of effort, and it is a little bit challenging.
Okay, perfect. And the last question will be for me, Rickard. I can see a very nice map behind you. I believe these are all the states that you are present in and live and providing your services currently. In how many states are you currently providing your hosting services?
We are in 18 states today with over 20 data centers, principal data centers. So New Jersey, for example, we have 3, just to have redundancy.
Great, thank you. And any future plans to expand more?
Of course, like every state that will open up, we will be there. We will be the first one to hand in the application. Like Nevada, we were the first one of the nationwide like iGaming and sports betting hosting companies to get a license in Nevada. So I was super proud of that, and just build that momentum. That's what we're doing.
That sounds great. Rickard, thank you very much for your answers, for your time, for starting so early with Learn from G2E, because we try to host this live stream a bit at a later time at G2E, a more convenient time for people to watch. But unfortunately, it was too busy, it was too noisy, there were internet disruptions. So today we decided to do it nice and early. And whoever was unable to watch it live, you can always rewatch it afterwards. Thank you very much, Rickard, for your time.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Guys, I will be saying goodbye to you for today. But before I leave, just a gentle reminder that we're hosting another United States market-related webinar on December 7th at 5 p.m. Central European Time, 9 a.m. New York time. Please click on the registration box below, register, and I shall be seeing you within a few weeks. Have a great day. Bye.